How to boost your credit score instantly. In this video, I show you how to increase your score regardless of whether you have good or bad credit at the moment. Doing this will ensure you get the best preferential rates when you take out new credit, and with a better score you're more likely to be approved. I guarantee this video will help you if you take the time to watch through the steps and implement them. All I ask in return is a quick like on the video to help this video reach more viewers. Tip number 1, it's important to check which credit reference agencies certain lenders use. A simple Google search will tell you this. If you're based here in the UK, for example, most lenders use Experian while some other lenders use Equifax. So there's overlap, but the majority use Experian anyway, so that's going to be the most important one and the most important score. My advice would be to register free with the main 1 or 2 credit reference agencies. Most of them usually have a free trial, and I'll link some of the best ones below. Here you get a free score, and it's important for you to know your current score at the moment so you know the nature of the problem. If your score falls in the poor or fair band, don't worry. You can change this dramatically and quickly by first understanding exactly how the scores calculated. Before we get to that, tip number 2, simple one. Make sure your home address is correct. The residential address is correct on your credit report and added to the electoral roll if that's an option. If it's incorrect, it's very easy for you to change this. You can either send them an email or call the credit reference agency and ask for this to be updated. Sometimes you can manually do it as well. Tip number 3, look through your credit report. First, look to see if there's been any missed payment on, for example, a credit card, a loan, overdraft, etc. Especially in the last 12 months, but even older ones. I had the experience where a lender actually did not approve my mortgage attempt just because of one missed payment around 3 years ago. So make sure you look through it, and if you find one, call the particular lender in question, for example, whether it's a bank. Call them and see if you can get that one removed. Also, if that doesn't work, actually ask your credit reference agency to do it for you. It's part of the service that they're providing for you. This can add a little bit more power in terms of your request. You can tell them that it was a mistake or that you had quickly resolved the issue, so you don't think it's fair. It should remain on your report. Tip number 4. And before I cover this, please consider subscribing to my channel as I provide free, regular and up-to-date financial content. Tip number 4 is an obvious one. Don't ever miss a payment. I would go further and say consider taking out some credit or borrowing some money just to make sure one particular payment is never missed. As you saw from tip number 3, this is absolutely crucial. Tip number 5, once you've paid off a credit card or an overdraft, do not rush to close that credit facility. Just reduce the balance to 0 so the revolving credit still looks good. This is a very important part of your score and something you can improve dramatically and quickly. So if you have a current credit card at the moment, or you have an overdraft, consider putting some cash into that and reducing down the balance, and you will see an immediate improvement in your credit score. All you have to do is wait for the lender to actually update the credit reference agency. Now this can sometimes take a couple of weeks and is different for different lenders. But if you're ultra smart here, you can actually note down when lenders are updating your credit reference agency, and you can actually move money into one account, have it update, and then move the cash into the other account or to pay off a different balance. And that way your general overall credit situation will appear artificially better than it actually is. Why is revolving credit or credit utilization important? Well, think about it. The lender wants to know that you have the means to pay what you owe them if you were to open a new line of credit. So you have access to cash, immediate cash, for example, on your credit card, then they know that you can make your payments. So as an example, let's say you've got one overdraft and 2 credit cards, and the overdraft facility, you have a credit of 5,000 and both credit cards are 5,000 each. So your total amount of credit available to you right now, in case you needed some quick cash, is 15,000. But let's say you're 4,000 overdrawn, one of your credit cards you've used 4,000, and on your other credit card you've only used 2,000. So 4 plus 4 plus 2 is 10. So you're using 10 out of 15,000. So around 2/3 of the revolving credit available to you. Now if you can get that down even temporarily by say 4 or 5,000 overall, then that could make a massive difference to your score immediately. For example, if somebody close to you could help you out in the short term with a few thousand, then in a few weeks your score will skyrocket, you will get excellent rates on new credit, and you could easily pay them back. If you have any questions so far, please pause the video and just ask them in the comment section below. Tip number 7, when you're looking to apply for new credit, for example, a new mortgage, a new credit card, new loan, overdraft, wherever it may be, prepare in advance. Don't make the mistake of rushing into an application. Take your time, check your score first because you want to have the best opportunity. Don't do any searches in haste. You have to wait at least 6 months for no previous searches to appear on your report for you to get the best score. Lenders do not want to see lots and lots of recent searches. This reduces your score dramatically. So wait for the optimal time to apply. And I've got a couple of bonus tips for you, but before I discuss them, please consider sharing this video with anyone you think would find it useful. If you're only now checking your credit score for the first time, it does take a while to get your head around exactly how credit scoring works. And some bonus tips for you. Bonus tip number 1. Nowadays, companies like Experian will actually give you an idea of which lenders will automatically approve you based on your score. So again, completely for free, you can actually check this. Bonus tip number 2, check with your existing lenders. For example, if you have a current account with one of the major banks, e.g. HSBC, NatWest, RBS, sometimes on your phone app, you'll see whether you have any special offers at the moment. And you'll see a notification, for example, for a loan or a credit card. Click on that and they'll tell you likely what your rate will be. Now, in my experience, this is very accurate. They're almost telling you that we will definitely give you a loan or a credit card at this rate. And the other massive bonus with this one is if you do apply and you're pre-approved already by your bank, they don't actually do a hard search on your credit file. What that means is with that application, it does not affect your credit score at all. So comment below and let me know if you have any questions or if you need any help with your credit. And I've also linked below some help that is available. If you're looking to apply for a mortgage right now and you need some guidance on the important factors when it comes to a mortgage application, please just comment below and I'll do a separate video on that topic. Thanks for listening and I'll see you on the next one.